think we're going to start off with Cooley. Because,
yes.
The amount of turmoil that's been going on when we were making our rankings for the 2022 draft review for the top 100 rankings, everything was pretty clear. There, we were all pretty agreeable with some little flip-flops here and there. But then there was the Logan Cooley discussion. This had, I would say, a little bit of a problem, because there's some of us who haven't seen a lot of Cooley, and everybody's just like, but Savoy, Slavkovsky, Nemitz, Yurov, we love these guys so much, we don't want them to drop. And then Joe here was like, no, Cooley is top 10.
Yeah.
This guy's certified top 10, and I think
100%.
And I think down the line, rankings are going to change with Cooley, especially when more of us get our eyes on him, especially when it comes time like U18s in the spring.
Oh, yeah, he was absolutely insane. His two-way game is like Shane Wright, but he's not as lethal, I would say. He wins a ton of face-offs. Like, his percentage in the Five Nations, I think it was around 60%.
Whew, okay.
And he wins key face-offs, too, so in his defensive end. So he gets control of the puck for his team. He can translate up the ice into offense. He's got a decent first step to him. He's not like blazing speed, but he can definitely skate with the best of them. His back checking is just his overall defense responsibility is stellar, in my opinion. He's a great playmaker. He's got a great shot, and overall, I think he's a solid number 2 center in the NHL someday. Yeah, he was playing with McGroarty and Snuggerud, so.
And that line was just scary.
Yeah, good luck stopping them. McGroarty was feasting on everything. Like, he was using his body just on the attack on the forecheck. He was sniping goals. Him and Snuggerud were absolutely sniping lasers past goalies. McGroarty was just an absolute beast. I mean, he's like a power forward with skill. He's one of a kind in this draft, I think, for the Americans. And then Snuggerud, before this U18 Five Nations, I looked at him as more of like a setup playmaker guy. For my first couple viewings, and then after this tournament he added a layer to his game with the shooting. And so he might creep up our rankings over the year and other people's rankings, so our viewers and listeners will have to check our draft rankings coming out soon to see where he lands, if he's in our top 50 or if it's just in our top 100. So
because I think the impressive thing with Snuggy is, like, I'm gonna call him Snuggy. They call Quinn Hughes Huggy. I'm gonna call him Snuggy. Like, hat trick. He had 2 hat tricks in the tournament, and there are some lesser teams in there. The Czechs and the Swiss teams aren't as good, but he didn't perform against them, which is what I found impressive. He had his hat tricks against Sweden and Finland. Like,
I was kind of surprised by that, to be honest with you. We know that the Americans were obviously the top team, and then Finland and Sweden obviously have more skill than the other nations involved. But it's actually a good thing for him, because it shows that he can perform against the better teams.
Exactly.
Another forward was Frank Nazar. This guy is just pure dynamic skill. He's unbelievable. He forechecks like a maniac. He dangles left and right. He toe drags all over the place. He's got a pretty much underappreciated shot from like everything I've seen, and he's got a decent playmaking set to him too. But overall, his hands and skating are his best attributes.
I've heard a lot of Mitch Marner comparisons to Nazar. I've seen that in a couple of YouTube comments. Like, I think, like, and like, I only say that when I get like a couple of accounts of that. So I've had like 2 or 3 people, they always say Marner. I don't know if it's to the same extent, but they love saying Marner, and I think it has to do with that skating and stick handling.
Yeah, it's definitely that. I could see him like a lesser Marner, because I don't think it's anywhere close like to the level of Marner, but there's definitely similarities to his game. Like, if I think of Logan Cooley, like we brought up Shane Wright with Patrice Bergeron and Ansel Kopitar, I think of Ryan O'Reilly.
That's a good one.
The guy who wins a ton of face-offs, because I remember he was here with the Sabres and he was always out face-off when you needed him, and he ended up winning them. Didn't do any winning here though, Sabres, but
no,
that's in the past.
That's a topic for another day.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, for me, the top American forward is gonna be Cooley, just because he has that two-way game down with the skill.